What's going on, guys? I am so incredibly excited to be here with you today. I am Ryan Whitney Pratt. And before we even start anything, we got to address this elephant in the room. Like, seriously, I felt like Phantom of the Opera or something when I looked at myself in this Zoom. No need to adjust your screens or anything like that. We are showcasing what you guys will be learning today on our call. Well, I am Ryan Whitney Pratt. I am the Regional Education and Events Manager based in Chicago. Tonight, I'll be your personal esthetician, and I am also an extension of the Charlotte Tilbury Pro Team, where I do New York Fashion Week, VIP red carpet makeup for Met Gala, Albie Awards, and a slew of other things. And I'm joined here by my partner in crime, and we were just in London doing models makeup as well. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself too, Alicia?
Hello, everyone. Yes, I am Alicia Martinez. I am a regional pro artist here at Charlotte Tilbury, based in Los Angeles. I just got back from the UK yesterday, so I'm trying to keep my head screwed on straight, and I'm hoping everything's going to come out well. But I have been very, very busy during award season. In my job, so much of what we do is work on red carpets with celebrity clients, work with models backstage, and this season has been full of so much makeup, and we are so excited to share everything that we've learned and things that not only we love personally, but that we have to use on every single customer, whether it's in a chair, on on a red carpet, wherever it is. We're going to share everything with you today. And I'm so excited to be here with you, Ryan, and with all of you.
Yes, yes. And to be honest with you, this is a perfect way for you to learn and shop. So, all of the products that we're going to be talking about are featured in this virtual element of YouTube, okay? So, as soon as we're sharing something, you can actually drop it in your bag, in your virtual bag, behind the scenes. And we'll also have a lot of our pros in the chat. So, our wonderful pro Daniel, he's going to be answering anything that we haven't covered, or if there's just a burning question that you have, don't be nervous about chiming in the chat, and we can answer it whether it's with Daniel or me right in the moment. So, now I'll tell you a little bit about my favorite boss of all of my career, and it is none other than Charlotte Tilbury herself. She is one of the most remarkable people that I've ever met in life and worked with. She is the number one makeup artist in the world, and she is award winning. And all the products that we have, they are also award winning products too. And one of the things that I love about the brand and Charlotte herself, she loves to create things that are easy to choose, easy to use, and of course, you'll learn all of our products are skincare infused as well. And you know what? Charlotte always says that if you give the right person the right makeup and the right skincare, they can conquer the world. Makeup is so much fun. Don't you agree, Alicia? It's just one of those things that just makes you a little bit happier, and it really impacts what we call your emotional posture and how you move through the world. So I do have some exciting news for tonight for those of you who are here at the end of this class. So stick with us because we will be pulling our lucky winner of over $400 in Charlotte skincare and makeup. Look, who wants that bag? I mean, come on. I do anything
You need me to
for
send it to you?
exactly, exactly. So let's go ahead. You ready to get started, Alicia?
I can't wait. And already seeing all the love coming through. Thank you so much. Keep it coming. We can't wait to continue to interact with you. But I think it's time to get into it. And I think that a lot of times when we look at the red carpet, we look at all these beautiful actors and actresses and models that are walking down. We think a lot about the makeup, but as makeup artists, we know that beautiful skin starts with the canvas. And so no matter who we are working with on that red carpet, there is a skincare routine that is going into place. So we want to share our favorite products that'll really get your skin ready to look its best, and those invisible workhorse products that are going to take it so that your makeup looks incredible from day to night.
That's totally true. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, I am your resident esthetician for tonight, and I want to go ahead and get started with, of course, skincare. Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there knew that Charlotte Tilbury, the brand, started this this brand, excuse me, with our magic cream. So we started our brand with skin, and Charlotte has strong beliefs rooted in skincare. And I know we call her our queen, but I know Alicia, we know her as the queen of something else too, right?
Oh, she is the queen of glow. From every angle, I feel like no matter what you put on, Charlotte infuses the glow of all of the Hollywood lights right onto your skin, and there is not a glow like a Charlotte glow. You can spot it from across the room.
Oh, totally. And I hope you're catching this glow on this side too. Yes. So let's go ahead and get started with my favorite thing, and it is my hydrator mist. And listen, when I tell you, this is one of my favorite products right now, and I'm even going to mist my other side because you can wear it under your makeup and over your makeup. And if you're curious to know what this is one of our newer products. It is a hydrating mist. It's called the Magic Hydrator Mist, and it even says Radiant Skin Rescue Essence. Who needs some rescue? I know my skin between these seasons needs a lot of rescuing. And I love it because it is going to give the skin a very hydrated feel, an instant glow on the go with energizing Cambu extract, which visibly, I mean, you can see it with your eyes. It diminishes the signs of fatigue, and you can see it happening in real time. I know Alicia and I just came back from London. This was in my bag right as soon as I was all in the air, and I need it too because I can still feel the remnants of all of that recycled air on the plane. And you can use it before your moisturizer and your serum, so on clean skin. But like I said, you can actually use it throughout the day to revitalize and hydrate the skin on the go. Now, I will tell you, while we were in London, we learned a little bit more about some of the products and the way Charlotte likes to use it. Her esthetician actually uses this between each of the steps before Charlotte finishes her skincare regimen with her. So it's a remarkable product. The next thing that I love to talk about is our Magic Serum Crystal Elixir. Now, I had to get the one from my kit because the one that I have for my personal use is all gone. So I need to replace it. I need to buy some when I go back in store. But I actually call this my Beyonce of serums because
Love
it does
that.
it all. Yes, she sings country. Yes, she sings pop. Just like the queen of music herself. But it is a supercharged serum that reduces redness. It has that golden vitamin C that is going to help to reduce any fine lines, wrinkles, really give the skin all of that revitalization. And this is one of those products that the consumers spoke when it went viral on TikTok too. We have something else also called Replexium, which is polyglutamic acid, which is 4 times more hydrating than hyaluronic acid. So if hydration is what you need, if anti-aging is what you need, definitely grab you one of those too. You only need about 4 to 6 drops, both day and night. I use it both day and night, and I use it all the way down to my neck because I am a woman of a certain age. It may not look like it because I use our crystal elixir. Yes. So now I know, Alicia, you were sharing with me about our eye serum. You love it. But I want to hear from you. Like, why do you love our eye serum?
Absolutely. And I'm keeping an eye on this chat as well. I'm seeing like wedding makeup tips, dewy makeup tips. We got you. All of this is going to be perfect. And it truly does start with skin. No matter what I'm doing, I need to have a beautiful base to make sure that everything on top of that canvas is smooth and gorgeous and will last. And that's why I really love our Cryo Recovery Eye Serum. Having something that's going to really hydrate under the eyes is crucial for your concealer to lay really beautifully, to not crease, to not have to use a ton of it. And what I love about this in particular is the thin quality of the serum. So this has amazing ingredients that'll go in there and wake the skin up. I mean, there's caffeine in there that just brings life and helps to depuff underneath the eye, but it seeps in really quickly and leaves a beautiful hydrated layer so that everything you put on top of it just is super duper smooth. Also, metal tip. This is amazing, and I feel like I want to add it to everything because in the morning to help even more with that depuffing, it's almost like a gua sha underneath your eyes that really goes in there, smooths everything out, and gives your under eyes the best look for whatever you're putting on. So I put this without fail on every single customer that I use, every VIP, every actress, every actor. I've even seen some people will roll this around their lip just for that skin that's around the lip to start to plump that, make sure that if there's any lines, any fine lines, any creasing, you can throw it on underneath there. It's a great option, but this just preps my under eyes to make sure that I can get the coverage that I need, but I don't have to worry about texture along the way. Absolutely one of my faves. And I do see putting it in the fridge. Yes, please do. It's like a spa experience every day. You start with your hydrator mist. It smells incredible. You get your beautiful magic serum on. You have your eye cream. It's the spa moment. And then we seal it in with maybe my favorite launch of recent times, which is the magic water cream. This I don't know if you've tried it. I know Ryan mentioned we started with Magic Cream. Magic Cream has taken over. And 10 years after the introduction of Magic Cream, Charlotte came out with Magic Water Cream. And so just to know kind of the difference, because that's normally what I get, this is a hydrator specialist. It's going to go into your skin, and there's an ingredient in here called aquaporin that literally trains your skin to retain moisture better. So it's not just pulling moisture in, it's not just using humectants that we've maybe had in the past, like hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate. The science is making your skin more effective, but it's done in a really thin consistency and also in a fragrance-free consistency. So if you have any sensitivity, honestly, if you're dealing with any skin concern, water is your first line of defense. So whether your skin is dehydrated, which most of us are, if it's dry, if it's oily, if it's sensitive, if it has fine lines, all of those things need water to really help your barrier recover and to make things look super, super smooth and super, super healthy. I
Yes, I
see
love
Ryan
this.
already, this massage moment. I'm like, I need to be treat myself better right now, give myself some
Yes,
more self-care.
absolutely. Self-care is right. And you know what? With me and Alicia going to the UK, my skin needs a flooding of water. And as an esthetician, I do have a few tools under my belt. So this is actually our moisture meter here, and it really it shows you in real life how much hydration your skin is missing. So I didn't put any moisturizer on the back of my hand. Let's go ahead and see how dehydrated and oh well clearly it's dehydrated because the thing
Blinking
went
red
red.
immediately.
So it is 20% moisture, which it has a sad face down here too, and 30% oil. So let's go ahead and reset it, and I'm going to show you guys in real time the moisture. Look, it is red. It actually over doubled my moisture and reduced a little bit of the oil as well. So listen, it's a game changer, and it gives you that hydration without the oily feel.
For 100 hours too, which is nuts. Like, I did not go to math school, so I don't even know how many days that is, but that's more than one. That is crazy that it hydrates you for that long. And it gives the most perfect glassy finish that makes your skin just look expensive. And it's the perfect canvas to then, and perfect primer even, to then go on to whatever you want to put on for makeup.
Yeah, totally, totally, Alicia. So let's go ahead and start with our wonderful complexion that I personally love. Because again, easy to choose, easy to use, skincare infused. We have our beautiful skin foundation. And I love this foundation because it is a medium to buildable coverage foundation. And I'm going to actually use my Hollywood complexion brush. And I'm going to use it all over. Now, all of that little blood flow that came to the surface of my skin, as you can see, it completely took any of that redness away. It's not only because the product is covering, it also has rose complex, which is going to also help to reduce any of that fatigue in the skin, that redness in the skin, or any signs of stress that your skin might be experiencing. But I love it too because that theme of keeping the skin hydrated with hyaluronic acid is what we're using to keep our skin looking nice and juicy. And it does have hyaluronic acid in it. So I'm using which shade am I using today? So I'm using 9 neutral. What shade are you using, Alicia?
I am using shade 6 neutral. It is just a dead ringer for my neck and even bringing some of the coloring for my arms. But you saw like my skin is not perfect right now. I brought some souvenirs home from the UK and it my skin tells a lot of my secrets and this covers it up in such a beautiful luminized way. This isn't a foundation where when I wear it I feel like people think that I'm wearing heavy foundation. It tricks everyone into thinking that I just maybe take more care of my skin than I do, or that I have forever taken really good care of my skin, which I definitely have not. But it just gives this beautiful luminosity. And for you wanting something for a bridal look or even just everyday dewy, this is the perfect foundation to do that.
Totally. I couldn't agree more. Now, let's go ahead and add a little concealer. I'm also using shade number 9 as my perfect match. So, if you want a nice brightened effect for the under eye area, you're going to select your concealer, which is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in your same shade as your foundation. So, which shade are you using, Alicia?
I'm following that same thing. I am going to use a 6N, but then also just because I have a little bit more depth underneath my eyes, I'm going to take a 4.5 just under here to give me a little bit more brightness. I need it. Jet lag is real and hereditarily dark circles are a thing. So I like to throw that underneath my eyes. And then I've just been using this blending brush. I find that this kind of buffs everything super softly into the skin and you can see that concealer and foundation just meet perfectly. But I find that this combination, especially on the red carpet, is so undetectable to the naked eye, but also photographs so phenomenally well. So I like to kind of blend out all around and then I leave my eyes for the very last so that I can get the most coverage, the most pigment, but the fewest amount of layers. So I'm just going to give it a moment to bulk up a bit.
I absolutely love that, Alicia, especially because that big brush moment, that is one of those red carpet blending it out to the gods, as they say, is definitely one of those that red carpet kind of tip and trick that I love. I love that. So I'm gonna do that too.
Love it. Love it.
Copycatting.
I hope
So
you will.
now
I'm
that
gonna
we
take
have
all of your esthetician knowledge too. I'm gonna start moisture meter in me.
Well, you're gonna be, tripling your hydration for sure. Now, while you have that baking, I actually already had it in my hand. I'm gonna take our Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. Now, listen, okay, we talk about virality here a lot, and, this is definitely one that I cannot leave the house without. I have to have this in not only my personal bag, but also my set bag. So I know this is one of your favorite products too, Alicia.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one is sold every minute, and that's not just for funsies. It's because this is a powder unlike other powders. And I find that, especially for me with dry skin, sometimes powder is a really scary thing. I feel like it can look really it can look really evident on my skin and it also can show some things off sometimes. But because this powder has beautiful oils in it, it does go in there and it just erases texture. It doesn't add any additional texture to the skin. It erases the texture that you might always already have. So I find that it's truly like an airbrush. It's like I went through with the airbrush tool on Facetune or on Photoshop, and it just removes any additional shine, but smooths everything out. And you can't use too much of it. And I think that's why people love this so much. Like, you are not going to see a makeup artist or even an influencer without this in their routine because it's just unlike any other powder out there. It's the powder for those that typically do not like powder.
Yes, because it is still nourishing for the skin with the rose wax and the sweet almond oil. Those types of ingredients really speak to me as an esthetician too, right? Um,
Absolutely.
Now, I like to actually use my powder. I don't know if you guys saw, but I use it kind of like an area rug. So I take my powder and I take my brush and just pat it and tap it in those areas where I know I need it. So right underneath my eye, right on the side to kind of hide some of some of those pores right underneath my jawline, and whatever is left on my brush, I then whisk it everywhere else.
I love that. I mean, your skin was looking flawless anyways, but this really does just create that like velvety smooth finish. And this is one of those things that I'll keep in my purse, even as somebody that's dry. If I'm working with someone on a red carpet, I'll make sure that they have one in their purse because it's the perfect touch up without ever making your skin look heavy. So now that I feel like we have this beautiful, kind of flawless, smooth base. I think we need to add a little bit of shape. At least I do. I don't know. Those cheekbones are gorgeous already on you, Ryan. But I'm gonna take our contour wand. So I'm gonna use the Hollywood contour wand in shade fair medium. Now I twisted mine open and you just give it a little push and you'll see that some of that product comes out there. I'm gonna actually close it right back up. And here's the thing. It depends on the day, how much contour I'm gonna get. I think that we might go pretty good today. So I'm gonna do a few dots on my cheek. I'm gonna do a couple, just not too much on my forehead. I don't have a ton of real estate up there, so I don't need a ton of product. I'm gonna
I
do,
do. So
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna go ham on this
nice, nice, two
contour at the
layers.
top.
Yeah. I feel like underneath my chin is where or underneath my jawline is where I typically throw a bit more, but the beauty of this is that it's really easy to kind of put it wherever you need it. And it blends out super, super easily. So I find that this is a really good mapping for the facial framework of my face. And I'm gonna go in with a sculpting brush, I think. I don't know. What do I want to
Ooh,
do?
I
The
like
beauty of Charlotte's products is that they are really curated and you don't really have to babysit them. So I can use these with a lot of different tools. I could use this with a sponge. I could use this with this brush. I could use it with a different brush. I could even honestly probably pat it out with my fingers and it would still do what it needs to do because it's not fussy. And so I get the shape that I need for my face. Like you can already see I'm getting color, I'm getting shape. And you'll probably also notice that I'm blending where I put my dots maybe was a little higher than my actual hollow of my cheekbone. I like to blend a little higher up because we are lifting and snatching. If you know Charlotte, you know she is the queen of glow, but she is also the queen of the snatch. It is all about that beautiful face that is supermodel cheekbones. Everything's lifted and elongated. And so we're really cheating that with our cheekbones.
totally. Now, as you can see, I did put quite a bit because my cousin, my older cousin, used to tease me and say I had a five head, not a four head. So I definitely added a little bit more of my contour to reduce and make it look a little bit more symmetrical to the rest of my face. My aunt would say it's a lot of brain in there. So I'm not
I
embarrassed
love
about
it.
it. Yes, but I'm gonna take your lead too, Alicia, and just add a little bit more down my nose contour as well.
Yeah.
Now, let's go ahead and get into some eyes next after I get this all smoothed out. But as you guys can see, this is so easy to blend out. You see, no lines, no tribal marks left behind. You wouldn't even be able to know. And that took seconds to blend.
Yeah, I feel like my face has come back to life. I think that sometimes you just need a little bit of structure, and another place where you can add great structure is on the eyes. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be really opening the eye, bringing twinkle and sparkle, and playing in line with what we've already done for the face. This is a really this is a something that we do a lot on the red carpet is we just enhance the natural eye shape that is happening and elongate it and make it look big, bright, and open. So we're going to be using the Exaggerize Luxury Palette. You can see that mine's very well loved. There is on the back of this a way that you can use it. Step one, two, three, and four. Easy to use, easy to choose, easy to just slap it on, but the beauty of this is that you can use it in a ton of different ways. So I'm going to be playing in all shadows. I'm going to be switching back and forth depending on my how much product I want between a blending brush and a smudging brush. But I'm going to start with this number 2 shade to start to give me a little bit of color. You know what? I'm actually also going to zoom you in so you can see what's going on here. So I don't have anything on my eyes. This is just that darkness that likes to show up. But I'm going to take that shade 2 right here and I'm going to pop it all over my lid into my crease. And then what you'll notice is that almost cut across that orbital bone up to the temple. And that's what gives that really beautiful elongated shape that Charlotte is known for. So already I'm getting really beautiful color. I could honestly stop with this shade. And that's the thing about these palettes is that it goes from day to desk to disco. Honestly, any situation you find yourself in, you can use this palette. I'm going to throw a little underneath my eye as well, just to continue to build that shape, add some highlights and some depth. And this eye is going to transform, but make it look like my eyes, but better. And that's the beauty of the red carpet. You normally don't see celebrities go crazy with makeup unless it's like, you know, the Grammys or the Met. Typically, it's just about making them look like the best versions of themselves. And this is a palette that really does that.
I love that, Alicia. And I'm also using the exaggerized luxury eyeshadow palette or the bigger, brighter eyes filter palette. This is one of my absolute favorites because, just as Alicia mentioned, it's really for everyone, everywhere, and it's easy to use, easy to choose. I'm going to do the exact formula that we have here. Shade 1, I did apply all over my lid up to the brow, which is this lighter shade here. Shade number 2, I just added a little bit throughout the fold of the crease. And now I'm going to shade 3, which is the define. And I'm going to make it more defined through the fold of the crease and blend it out and take it just in more of a Charlotte likes to create more of a feline shape with the eyes to make them bigger and brighter. No pun intended, because that's part of the name of the eyeshadow palette. And Alicia, I see that you're using the smudger brush also in the crease.
Yeah, I like to just take a smaller brush that's going to pack a little bit more color to really give me that intensity. But you can see that it almost fades from one shade to another. There's no harsh edges. Everything just kind of moves really beautifully together. These palettes are great. There's primer infused in them, so you don't have to do a lot of additional steps, and it easily blends from one to another. But honestly, the reason why this palette has my whole entire heart is this pop shade right here. You can see how well loved it is. On a finger, it is the most stunning, beautiful amount of sparkle that I like to throw all over my lid, and it just catches the light. This is the this is all the twinkle of the stars on your eyes, and no matter what light you're in, it grabs you. So under candlelight, low lit light, sunlight, photographs, this shade is just going to be so, so special on your eyes. Oh, I literally could put this all over my body. I probably will at some point.
I love that. It even looks nice on my skin tone too. And we're using it in a different type of way. So Alicia, she's doing her eyes a little bit more like red carpet type of way. And I am using it more so in a everyday type of way. Now, I see you going in on are you doing eyeliner yet?
I just yes. I zoomed out as you can tell how what I'm feeling, because let's be real, like Eyeliner can sometimes be a little scary. It can be a little challenging, and doing it on camera in front of everyone zoomed up to there is a little scary. But what I will tell you is that Charlotte, as well as we don't nail it every time. So there are some little tips that we have. I typically always have a little cotton bud by me or a liner brush that'll help me along the way. And I love to use the Exaggerized Duo Liner because I have some playtime with it. So you can see I've already created a bit of a feline flick following the shape that we already made with our shadow. And then I'm going to build across my lash line. And I'm just doing small little strokes. Now, don't feel like you have to do a straight line all the way across. I find that when you do that, that's typically when things go awry. And then I'll just take my little liner brush and make sure that that shape is looking good. So I'll pop it all the way across. And I love this liner because you can put it on, you could sketch it fairly lightly, or you can build and you have some playtime with it. So you have a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to this liner. And then you can go in and layer and get it as black, as rich, and as precise as you want. It has so much versatility.
Now, one thing that I did learn from Sophia Tilbury, which is Charlotte Tilbury's niece, is to warm up the product on the back of your hand, even your eyeliner. So she'll take a little bit of her eyeliner on the back of her hand and kind of scribble on one side and then flip it to the opposite side and warm it up that way. And then you're left with this very pointed tip. So that's a little backstage tip that I can share with you that I've learned.
I need to start doing that because I do always have my sharpener right by me so that I can get a really nice, precise, crisp line. But that's such a good trick. I'm also, you'll notice that this is a duo-sided liner. You absolutely can use this beautiful shimmery champagne in your waterline to really keep those eyes big and bright. But the sun is starting to set here in California, so I'm gonna still go in with my black and I'm gonna run that along my waterline. And I also tightlined it along my upper lash line. That is going to make sure that your lashes, your lash line has a ton of impact. Just like we created contours on the face to bring our face shape back to life, liner at your lash line does that for your eyes. It creates a frame so that that is where you look, especially when you're using a black like this. It's going to make it the most contrast on your face so people can't help but stare at your beautiful eyes.
I'm actually using that champagne shade at the inner corner to create a little bit of a brighter effect, kind of giving me that wide eye type of sultry effect.
Oh
Yeah,
my, I
I
love
like
it.
that.
They're loving the warm it up tip. That is a good one that I need to continue to remember because you told me this before, and then I go into my old habits. But here I have this feline flick. You can see it's just elongating my eye, really wrapping the eye in some depth so that this is what you're looking at. And what I'm going to do to even intensify that a bit more is use a little bit of Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes mascara. This mascara is so good. It is a game changer for me. You'll notice that the wand, there's like a flat side to it, and then you get your beautiful bristles. And working this wand makes my lashes the best they've ever been. So what I like to do is I take that flat side of the wand right here, and I literally push it into my lashes right at the base. This is going to give a ton of depth right at the lash line, once again, creating that beautiful frame for your eyes. So I almost like push it up into my lashes and then wiggle it through just to get all of that beautiful intensity. And this is so super black, so it does make it give your lashes their moment. I used to be a false lash wearer every single day, and I find I don't need to with this. And I think I was a false lash wearer because it took a lot of time to style my lashes. If I wanted them to look perfect, I would have to layer different things and curl and do all this stuff. Whereas now I can just use this wand and this formula to really give me everything that I need. So you'll even see I'm kind of taking the tip of the wand and moving the lashes where I want them to go. I get to really design what these lashes are going to look like. So I'm going to just go along the tips now. I like a nice full lash from root to tip, even though at the tips I like it to be a little bit daintier, a little bit feathery. But I'm just gonna go in and load it up, and with one swipe, I really have all of the volume, lift, and curl that I need. Oh my, it's looking beautiful on you have beautiful lashes, Ryan, holy cow, but it is looking beautiful.
Well, I use Charlotte Tilbury. That was very my American accent. Charlotte Tilbury.
I love it.
Yes. So I know a lot of people think that I have long lashes, but no, it's totally the mascara there. I love it. And you can even see if I can, you can see the extension of it. So I think I got a question in the chat. Um, so Daniel has shared that we have a question about any tips on eyeliner on different eye shapes. Oh, have you? I know you experience a lot of different eye shapes, Alicia.
Yeah, I think that using your eye as your guide is the best thing you can do when it comes to liner. So I think absolutely tight lining first, that can do a ton of work for you. Depending on how much eye space you have, the real estate that you have, getting under those upper lashes starts to give some intensity that maybe you don't need much on the actual lid. And then what we like to do, I'll get you in here one more time, is you almost want to follow your lower lash line. That's going to give you the most natural lift to what your eye already does when you're creating your elongation. So use your natural eye shape. And I think start small. Start small. You can always build. And if it gets bigger, then turn it into a smoky eye. Don't let the liner win. You got this, but use your eye shape as your guide for sure.
I love that tip, Alicia. Absolutely. Now, I can't be looking crazy too much longer with this half red lip. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, people
Color
are asking
using.
about this red, so let us hear.
Yeah, so I am very excited. We're going to be using our lip cheat. So I am so incredibly excited to share that we have a brand new collection of lipsticks, and one of my lip pencils is called the let's see, which one am I using? The Red Carpet Red Lip Cheat. And these lip cheats are water resistant. Okay, so I will tell you, I was doing a lot of demos at counter and I just swatched all of them. I kid you not, by bedtime, they were still on the back of my hand, and I still experience that with it on my lips as well. So, what we love to do, Charlotte loves to just go a little bit over the lip line right at the cupid's bow to give that heart shaped effect. What shade are you wearing now, Alicia?
This this lip cheat has won over the entire award season. I don't know what it was about. This is on I literally use this on every single client at the Grammys. I used it on multiple people at the SAG Awards. I used it at the Oscars. This is Icon Baby. It is such a beautiful neutral. If you are used to the iconic Pillow Talk, this gives a little bit more of a neutral, kind of almost peach tone to a pink that really plays well with lip color. And you can see, Ryan was talking about that shape. I've overlined slightly on my Cupid's bow and underneath my lip, but then I met my natural lip line and brought it into the inner corner of my lips so that you're almost underlining in the outer corner, overlining in on your Cupid's bow and underneath to give that amazing pout that you see on every Charlotte makeup out there. This is a quintessential lip shape for a Charlotte Tilbury look.
You
And
have
it just
beautiful
gives like
lips,
the
by the
perfect
way.
amount of shape. I am blown away by that red. It is so stunning on you. Now, the beautiful thing about this collection is that there is a red and a pink for everyone. There is 10 different lip colors. So there's five pinks, five reds. I've gone in with Icon Baby as a lip cheat, but I did see that these are the other pinks in the lipsticks. I'm going to be putting Icon Baby lipstick on, but there is literally an undertone and a pink for everyone in this amazing formula.
Yes, and I am applying right now. What did I choose today? Hollywood Vixen lipstick. And this is one of my favorites. Every time that I wear this, I get so many compliments and it looks great on everyone. But we also have 4 others. So I had to write them down because they are so beautiful. So this one here is Mark of a Kiss. This one is Fame to Flame. This one is Pizzazz right here. And then this one is Cinematic Red. These are my favorite go-to. So it's starting to become that season where it's a lot of fundraising events and things of that nature. And then, hey, I'm going to be out in these streets when it comes to the summertime. So so I'm going to be rocking my red lips.
Yeah, and you'll notice like there it's a beautiful matte formula when it comes to the reds, whereas these pinks have a little bit more shine. My lips are very dry right now, so I need this as much as possible. So I'm wearing Icon Baby. Like I said, it was the winner of the award season, but we also have this is 90s pink. Then we have Candy Chic right here next to it. Then we have what red carpet pink and then rose to fame. I knew I could remember them, but it just took me a minute. There's truly a pink for everybody. Absolutely stunning
Exactly.
and the best texture.
Yeah, and speaking of the texture, Alicia, you could actually tell on your lips, it has a little bit more of a glossing to it. So she has the pinks, which are all in what we call the kissing formula, which is infused with lipstick tree extract to hydrate the lips, and that's where that shine comes from. And then my red tones are in the matte revolution. So that gives that 10-hour hold, and then it gives that more modern matte where it's very comfortable to wear all day too. So, listen, we cannot get enough of our wands. So, we already talked you guys through our contour wands. Let's go ahead and do some cheeks, Alicia. What you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And you probably noticed like we put color everywhere else and no blush. Like I think a lot of times people put blush right after contour, but at Charlotte, we kind of like to see how much we're going to need. And I find that 9 times out of 10, we need a good amount. Like we always go there. And these beautiful beauty light wands really help us get that in that direction. I'm going to be using Pink Gasm, which is it went crazy viral for a reason because it gives the perfect blushing glow to the cheeks. And I'm gonna three dot it today. I love this shade, so I'm really gonna go. If you didn't feel like you wanted a ton of blush for the day, you could do 1 dot. You could go all the way to town, and that's the beauty of these wands is that they give you a lot of versatility. So once again, a little higher on the cheekbone, and then I'm just taking my Hollywood complexion brush and dabbing that out. But like I said before, these are products that are really easy to work with. So you could use a sponge, you could use a different brush, you could use your fingers, and it's always going to give you, like I said, this beautiful blushing glow that just catches the light. These are the products that made everyone know that is a Charlotte cheek. I know that is a Charlotte makeup. It is these ones right here. What color are you
Totally.
using?
So the one that I'm using is actually Pillow Talk Original. So the Pillow Talk one, and I want it to be seen from the moon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it's giving sunbeam, stargaze type of color. And one thing I want to share too is as you can see on the back of my hand, it looks very vibrant, like it may not blend out to my skin, but you see how easy it was. We have an ingredient called oleo gel that helps it just be very flexible with the skin tone. And it's just chef's kiss, totally chef's kiss.
Absolutely. I got jealous of you. I'm gonna put a little bit of spotlight on too because why not? Just to give a little extra glow because I need to be beaming like you do. And you can totally layer these into whatever you need. You've seen they've even gone over powder and it doesn't get patchy. They just blend so smooth and flawlessly.
We did put it on top of a powder for sure. Remember the Airbrush Flawless Setting Powder? That's what we put it on top of. And while you're doing, oh, Alicia, girl, yes, serve and glow. You are serve and glow tonight for sure. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my look. Almost wrap up with just a little bit of blush. So this is the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wand. And similar to the contour wand and the beauty light wand, it has this on and off switch. And I'm just going to turn it on and squeeze just a little bit of product right to the tip there. And I'm going to do a couple of dots. Now, Charlotte does call these her One Dot Wonders, which I personally love. But I am a blush girl. Listen, before we got on, one of my friends was like, "You might want to tone it down just a little bit." But it made me laugh because I just love blush. But you see how easy these wands are. You literally you can even put it on top of your bare skin if you're doing kind of like a no makeup look, and then blend it out with your fingertips too. So I'm loving what I got here. What did you choose, Alicia?
So I got my Pinkgasm and my Spotlight. These two together, it I'm forcing you to look at my beautiful cheeks. Like, you are not getting away from seeing this cheek highlight. I threw a little bit of Spotlight also on my nose, a little bit on the high planes just to give that much more luminosity because Queen of glow. I gotta have glow in every area, but you see how it all balances things out. And because we have those beautiful skincare products, complexion products, and powder, there's a lot of dynamics to the skin. And that's what red carpet skin really has. It's not all one texture, it's not all shine, it's not all matte. It's playing with those textures so that your cheeks beam right off the face while everything else is velvety and perfected underneath. We have that beautiful sparkle on the eye, some a little bit of sheen on the lips, and all of it works really harmoniously together.
I love that. Well, of course, we're talking about a lot of viral things, okay? And you cannot finish your makeup without putting on the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I am going to go ahead and missed myself to completion. I love this spray because it is so incredibly comfortable, but not only is it going to help to seal the deal, as I like to say, it's also going to hydrate the skin. It's going to give you that aloe and that Japanese green tea extract and all of those hydrating elements that are going to keep your skin hydrated. Listen, Alicia, you are too fancy for me, girl. I love it. Where's the link? I need the link.
You know what it is? It's because I spray my setting spray. I douse my face. I am not a one spray and go kind of a girl. Like, you need to saturate and it will keep your skin looking like beautiful, expensive skin for 16 hours. It is crazy. And I feel like I gotta go out. Like, where is the red carpet? Because I am ready to walk it. I think we've done a lot here. We have done a full, beautiful face. You look incredible. I think that we need to just break down our top three. Like, what were our top threes? Let me think. If I'm gonna start, I think I'm gonna go Magic Water Cream number one. I have absolutely loved this newness in our skincare lineup. And like I said, it gives you 100 hours of hydration. It's the perfect base for makeup to wear all day long that looks smooth and looks amazing and creamy. So Magic Water Cream's up there for me. I think I'm gonna do the palette. I'm gonna do the exaggerated palette because you can't tell me nothing when I got this sparkle on. I feel like I can take on the whole world. This is a palette that gets me from day to night in any situation, and I can put it on any client. And then I have to go with Icon Baby. It won the award season. I told you I put it on every person, so I had to put it on today. So those are my top three. What are your threes, Ryan?
Yeah, so it's always hard for me to knock it down to three. But if I had to choose, I do take after Charlotte's facialist, who does the magic hydrator mist between every single step in her skincare regimen. I've been battling a lot of dehydration in my skin, so this has definitely been helping. And I do have my moisture meter that proves that to be true. I also love my complexion products. So I do love our Beautiful Skin foundation. It's one of my favorite foundations in life, like in all of my career, because of the skincare ingredients. But then I do have to take my red lip. Alicia knows this. Anybody who knows me knows that I rock a red lip just about every day, to the grocery store, to the gas station, and also on the red carpet too. So those are my three. I had fun with you tonight, Alicia.
I did, and honestly, if you didn't put that Hollywood Vixen on there, we were all gonna say something because we were loving it from the moment it was only on half that lip. So such good ones. I think that before we go, I'm sure you all want to know, who is it? who won this sweepstakes? We sat around here looking at beautiful makeup, but we need to know where the makeup is coming. So I'm excited to announce. Let's do a little drum roll, please.
Roll, please.
The sweepstakes winner receiving over $400 of Charlotte Tilbury product is Angelica C. I'm so excited for you. Bow, 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 bow. Nordstrom will be reaching out to you after this event to get all of your goodies, and we cannot wait to see what you do with them. And please, if you recreate these, try out these products, let us know. We would love to see them. I absolutely love this beauty community and that we can share different tips and tricks that we learn in all different walks, whether it be on ourselves, on celebrities, or on our friends at home. So thanks so much for being here with us.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And just as a reminder, Charlotte's mission is to give everyone everywhere the right makeup and skincare so they can conquer the world. We love to give the magic of confidence that's easy to choose, easy to use, just about for everyone everywhere. And Nordstrom really holds a special place in my heart. So thank you so much, Nordstrom, for hosting us for this amazing class. And thank you for all of your participation in the chat, Nordstrom shoppers. And don't forget to shop Charlotte Tilbury on Nordstrom.com or even in person. You might see me and Alicia in store this weekend at your local Nordstrom store. Thanks,
Totally.
guys. Enjoy your night.
Bye. Thanks for being with us.